Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right. So, man, I have not been on my game today. I apologize. Late again. Then we had tech issues. 13 minutes of intro music, you know what I'm saying? And y'all still in the building. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. The best channel on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? The best channel on YouTube. Best subscribers on YouTube. Best community on YouTube. Best people on YouTube, man. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. I'm glad that y'all are here rocking with me tonight. You know what I'm saying? We got the third day of this DNC circus, the Democrat National Circus, going on tonight. We're going to get some good laughs. Y'all know how we do. We're going to watch it. I'm going to be in the comment section roasting with y'all. We're going to have a good time. Want to make sure that everything is cool on the tech side. Like I said, I was having some issues. I don't know what was going on. I think it was some script errors with StreamYard, but I think it's cool now. If you guys can hear me okay, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you guys cannot hear me, or you can't see something clearly, give me a thumbs down. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody who's in the building. All right, shout out to DeAndre. Y'all know what to do. Make sure y'all throw some like enforcers for DeAndre and everybody that's enforcing the likes. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Shout out to No Longer Asleep. Man, I'm going to keep messing around. John going to mess around and unsubscribe from all of my channels, man. He going to unsubscribe from all of my channels. Shout out, bro. Definitely appreciate you.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Shout out to my man Jay Cage. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to Janesta. Good to see you. Shout out to DSA1. Good to see you, bro. Shout out to Alexandria Leggett. Good to see you. Shout out to Get Noticed with Nikki. Shout out to my man Jesse Paris. We got DJ Elmo in the building. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. We got Al McCowan in the building. Shout out to Mr. King. All right. Shout out to, I think that's it. I think that's everybody, man. I think that's it. I think we got everybody. All right, that's what's good. So, you know, we didn't miss anything because it's just nothing but a bunch of hot air anyway. But we're about to get into it. Now, from what I understand, it's supposed to be some so we're going to see. All right.
She has a proven track record of advocating for policies that support small businesses and push for economic equity.
El sueño americano está vivo. The American dream is alive.
The last 4 years have been positive, and we've experienced growth. I am truly excited to have Kamala Harris as a presidential candidate.
In this election, we have another opportunity to prosper, to connect, and to unite under the American dream.
I'm proud to support her, President, because I believe she will lead us to a brighter future.
Please welcome Delaware Representative Lisa Blunt Rochester.
Talentless, scandalous, plebiscite, family.
I'm Lisa Blunt Rochester, mother, grandmother, and congresswoman, and hopefully the next senator from the great state of Delaware. The proud home of President Biden. We love you, Joe. In Delaware, we know that when small businesses thrive, communities thrive. We know that when our roads and our bridges are strong, communities are strong. When everyone has a fair shot at a better future, America is limitless. Now, Democrats, we know this, but you know who doesn't know it? Donald Trump. He has, with his friends, said the quiet parts out loud, but not only said them out loud, he wrote a book about it. What's it called? Project 2025. So with so much on the line, we've got to turn our biggest challenges into our greatest and brightest of hope. For me, Bright Hope was the name of the church that my grandmother attended for 70 years in Philadelphia. It's not just a name. It's how I approach my life. It's how I'll lead as Delaware Senator. And it's how Kamala sees the future of America. Now, there are some who think our politics are too broken for Bright Hope. But if you want to see hope, just look. Bright Hope is record numbers of Black and brown entrepreneurs starting businesses. Bright Hope is an opportunity economy where we invest in our communities and build affordable housing. Ladies and gentlemen, Bright Hope is 4 words. Madam President Kamala Harris. Are you ready for Bright Hope? Are you ready to fight for our freedom? Are you ready to flip the House, protect the Senate, and send Kamala to the White House? Then let's go!
Let's go! Let's go!
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Lisa Blunt Rochester, know that name. Know that name. My friend, my sister, and soon to be our senator. I can't wait to work with her in the Senate. But next, we're going to hear more about the ongoing fight for reproductive freedom. This is a fight that affects every single American, no matter where you live, so-called blue states or red states. If Donald Trump has his way, he's going to push through their extreme agenda. Project 1825. I'm sorry. I roll that back. I got that wrong. Project 1925. Oh, I'm sorry. Project 2025. That poisonous agenda where every single state will be in a state of crisis. So let's hear more from leaders who are fighting back.
Freedom means unity.
Caring for others.
Being able to feel safe.
My choice to vote. The freedom to read what I want to read.
Freedom. Oportunidad para todos.
The freedom to love.
Be who I want to be.
For all to be equal with my life.
Freedom means my choice.
IVF. Union strong.
Basic human rights.
Can you make it breathe? Freedom means everything!
Please welcome New York Representative Grace Meng.
Generations of women fought for our rights. Our right to vote, our right to financial independence, and our right to reproductive freedom. Our mothers and grandmothers marched for us. Because of them, my husband and I were able to choose if and when to start a family. And we have 2 energetic boys running around at home. Now it is our turn to take the torch for our children and grandchildren. All across our country, women are being denied life-saving health care and the right to determine their futures. And a second Trump term will be even worse. He will not stop at banning abortion. He'll let states track pregnancies. He'll put birth control and fertility treatment at risk. Trump's plan is cruel, it's dangerous, but it is not inevitable. Tonight, we mobilize for Kamala Harris. November 5th, we move forward with Kamala Harris because we are not going back.
Please welcome Colorado Governor Jared Polis.
Tonight, let's talk about freedom, including our most intimate freedom, choosing when and if to have children and have a family. And let's talk about Project 2025, Donald Trump's roadmap to ban abortion in all 50 states. Look, that sounds crazy, but right here on page 562, it says that Donald Trump could use an obscure law from the 1800s to single-handedly ban abortion in all 50 states, even putting doctors in jail. Page 486 puts limits on contraception. Page 450 threatens access to IVF. On page 455, Project 2025 says that states have to report miscarriages to the Trump administration. Page 451 says the only legitimate family is a married mother and father where only the father works. You know what? I'm going to take that one out. I'm going to put that in my pocket so I can share it with undecided voters so they better understand what's at stake this election. Project 2025 would turn the entire federal government and bureaucracy into a massive machine. It would weaponize it to control our reproductive and personal choices. Look, as a Redditor, gamer, entrepreneur, and Swiftie from the free state of Colorado, I'm excited by Kamala Harris's vision for protecting and expanding our personal freedom, internet freedom, and economic freedom. Democrats welcome weird, but we're not weirdos telling families who can and can't have kids who to marry or how to live our lives. These Project 2025 people, like Trump and Vance, are not just weird, they're dangerous. They want to take us backwards, but we aren't going back, like ever, ever, ever. Let's stop Project 2025 and elect Kamala Harris president this November.
Please welcome Florida Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Hello, America. As a proud Floridian, I bring you a cautionary tale. For the people of my state, Project 2025 isn't just a threat. It's a reality that we battle every day. From the classroom to the emergency room, Governor DeSantis turned Florida into a testing ground for the right's most egregious, dangerous policies. I can tell you firsthand, it's been devastating for families in my district and across the state. Today in Florida, state policy requires that kids are taught racist lies about so-called benefits of slavery. Books are banned. Teachers are censored. And our LGBTQ plus community endures endless state-sponsored hate. Even a cruel "don't say gay" school law. Today in Florida, as we grapple with record heat and rising seas, extreme MAGA Republicans deleted mentions of climate change from state law. Today in Florida, a near total abortion ban endangers women's health and their lives every day. I keep thinking about a Central Florida woman I met named Deborah. And at 23 weeks pregnant, she got news every future parent dreads. Her baby's kidneys never developed. Doctors told her that not only would her baby not survive, her own health was in danger. Deborah couldn't get the care she needed in Florida, and she couldn't afford to travel hundreds of miles to get it. She had no choice but to carry her son Milo to term, only to watch him die in her arms 2 hours later. This is Project 2025 in practice. It's what Donald Trump and J.D. Vance want for the whole country. But we're not going to let it happen, are we? Now, I say this as a Floridian, but also a mom and an American. We can't let them do to America what they did to Florida. Are you with me? So let's fight like hell to elect Kamala Harris, the next president of the United States of America. Thank you so much.
Please welcome Chair of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, Susan Del Bene.
Hello, Democrats. It is my honor to represent the great state of Washington and to lead the House Democrats' work to take back the majority. As I travel the country, I hear the same thing. People want governance that works. They don't want tax cuts for the ultra wealthy, not a national abortion ban, or more chaos and dysfunction, or blind loyalty to Trump. In other words, they don't want Republicans in charge. We're here because we need to elect Vice President Harris and Governor Walz. And giving them a Democratic Congress is how we turn promises into progress. A Democratic majority means lowering costs and growing the middle class, expanding the child tax credit and making it permanent, protecting reproductive freedom, and yes, a Democratic House means Speaker Jeffries will certify the 2024 election. We need just 4 more seats to take back the majority. The good news is we have fantastic candidates in winnable districts all across the country. In battleground states like Michigan and Arizona, in blue states like New York and California, and even in states like Iowa and Nebraska. And we're going to make history by picking up a seat in the state where I was born, Alabama. In 2022, we came within 7,000 votes of the majority. So it's within our power to win these critical races. This election is about our rights, our freedoms, our democracy, and our future. So let's get out the vote. Let's take back the House. Let's make Hakeem Jeffries our next speaker. And let's send Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to the White House. Thank you.
Please welcome Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison.
Friends, I'll never forget when I first saw the video of the murder of George Floyd. I was heartbroken. I was angry. And that morning, my phone rang. And on that line was Governor Tim Walz. Tim Walz felt the exact same way I did. And a few days later, Tim appointed me to prosecute Floyd's murder. Almost a year after that, minutes after the guilty verdict came down, my phone rang again. And it was Vice President Kamala Harris calling to congratulate my team and the work. Now, Kamala and Tim, they understand the legacy of George Floyd. No one is above the law and no one is beneath it. No one is outside the circle of our compassion. In the Republican Party, everyone thinks they're above the law. Hell, nearly a dozen of their own lawyers are facing serious charges. Even their lawyers need lawyers. These con artists are trafficking in the defective goods of division, exclusion, and fear. And friends, selling defective goods is a scam. And like Kamala Harris, I am an attorney general. And attorney generals know what a scam is when they see it. Like my friend Tish James, for example, from New York. America, we won't be scammed again. We're not going back, we are going forward. And Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are ready to lead us there. I've worked side by side with Tim Walz for 18 years. His office is right across the hall from mine. And I've seen him deliver for the people of the state of Minnesota every day. Everybody knows Minnesota is one of the best states to live in, to raise a family, to do business, and we've got the best voter turnout in America. Facts. Kamala and Tim, they fight for the people, and they also listen. And when they say we need a ceasefire and an end to the loss of innocent lives in Gaza, and to bring hostages home, they're listening, friends. They agree with us. There are people watching tonight, and maybe even here tonight, who aren't sure yet about Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. If you want to know where they stand on some of the most urgent issues facing our country and the world, let me assure you, Kamala and Tim hear you. They listen, they care, and everyone is included in their circle of compassion. They believe that everybody counts and everybody matters. Let's put a stop to the scam of Donald Trump once and for all. And let's put Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the White House. Let's go win.
Have you ever discussed Special Counsel Mueller or his investigation with anyone?
Could you repeat that question?
Has the president or anyone at the White House ever asked or suggested that you open an investigation of anyone? Yes or no, please, sir? Seems you'd remember something like that.
I don't know.
Please answer the question.
Senator, I think I've answered the question.
No, you've not.
I'm not able to be rushed this fast. It makes me nervous.
Can you think of any laws that give government the power to make decisions about the male body?
I'm not thinking of any right now. Never mind.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Please welcome Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel.
Hello, Chicago. I'm Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel. Let me tell you, being Attorney General is a tough job, right? But as California's Attorney General, Kamala Harris never shied away from a good fight. She's held accountable environmental polluters, sexual abusers, and transnational gangs. But what really stands out is when she stood up and protected her constituents' freedoms. In 2011, she refused to defend California's ban on same-sex marriage. She refused to argue that some families should have fewer rights than other families. It meant a lot. She was fighting for families like mine. Now, in 2022, I faced a similar situation when, after Roe v. Wade was overturned, Michigan's archaic abortion ban was resurrected. But Vice President Harris had my back, and she reminded me that protecting people's lives and defending their rights is our job. And just as the same-sex marriage ban was overturned in California, so too was the abortion ban in Michigan. By the way, I got a message for the Republicans and the justices of the United States Supreme Court. You can pry this wedding band from my cold, dead, gay hand. And I'm retaining a lot of water, so good luck with that. Look, I know that whether she's Attorney General or President of the United States, Kamala Harris will always be in our corner. Now, America, you get to be the judge. Do we go back to the corruption, criminality, and chaos of Donald Trump? Or do we move forward with Kamala Harris? We know when she takes an oath to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution, she's actually read it. We know that she'll appoint Supreme Court justices who will protect our freedoms. And let me tell you, Kamala knows you go from the courthouse to the White House, not the other way around. Ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case.
Wow. Wow. I just want to say thank you, Attorney General Nessel. So coming up, we have John and Rachel, proud, loving parents of 3. On October 7th, their son Hirsch, a U.S. citizen, was at a music festival when Hamas attacked. He was taken hostage, and he is still being held today, an American citizen. Rachel and John want what every parent wants: to hold their child close, to love on them, and keep them safe. I'm honored to introduce the 2 of them tonight.
Rachel and I are comforted to be back in our sweet home, Chicago. We were both born and raised here, and our families still live here. This is a political convention, but needing our only son and all of the cherished hostages home is not a political issue. It is a humanitarian issue. The families of the American 8 hostages meet every few weeks in Washington. We're heartened that both Democratic and Republican leaders demonstrate their bipartisan support for our hostages being released. We've met with President Biden and Vice President Harris numerous times at the White House. They're both working tirelessly for a hostage and ceasefire deal that will bring our precious children, mothers, fathers, spouses, grandparents, and grandchildren home, and will stop the despair in Gaza. We are all deeply grateful to them. We're also profoundly thankful to you, the millions of people in the United States and all over the world who have been sending love, support, and strength to the hostage families. You've kept us breathing in a world without air. There is a surplus of agony on all sides of the tragic conflict in the Middle East. In a competition of pain, there are no winners. In our Jewish tradition, we say, Kol Adam Olam Umlo'o. Every person is an entire universe. We must save all these universes. In an inflamed Middle East, we know the one thing that can most immediately release pressure and bring calm to the entire region. a deal that brings this diverse group of 109 hostages home and ends the suffering of the innocent civilians in Gaza. The time is now.
Hirsch, if you can hear us, we love you. Stay strong. Survive.
Bring them home.
Now, some of you may have the wrongful impression that I'm about to sing with this man. That ain't gonna happen. But I'll tell you what, I wanna bring you all to a street in Newark, New Jersey called Martin Luther King Boulevard. On that street was this incredible housing project called Brick Towers. We never mistaked wealth with worth. In those towers was a tenant president named Miss Virginia Jones. Her son was murdered in the 1980s in the lobby of one of those buildings, but she was a woman of invincible joy. And I'll tell you this, I used to ask her, how are you so joyful? And she would always tell me, as church woman, she'd say, the joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. Come on now, come on now. She taught me that you've got to generate the joy, that hope is the active conviction that despair will never have the last word. And so tonight, there are so many challenges in our nation. There are so many problems that we're facing. Heck, if America hasn't broken your heart, you don't love her enough. But yet we will be joyful warriors. We are going to bring back to the journey of our nation joy. And if there's any tradition in America that has helped us to generate that joy, it has been the artists of America. It has been those folks bringing the rock and roll and the funk, bringing the gospel and the hard rock. Well, tonight we are blessed by one of those great American artists that helps us to cleanse our spirits, to raise our hearts, and to bring in that joy. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you one of the true greats in America, someone to bring the joy to this incredible arena, Maren Morris.
They not like us, they not like us, they not like us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
We're a barrel at the end of 1, 2. When time turns its love into death, I just hope that I'm proud.
Oh man. Shout out to DeAndre. DeAndre said, intermission, Rob, please mute this. Please mute it. Man, this is horrible, man. Listen, they trying to get everybody in there to fall asleep because this is when they about to talk about the important stuff. So they got to get this boring, non-moving, get your heart rate down, bring your blood pressure all the way down to the 50s. You know what I'm saying? To get everybody all asleep and knocked out with the hypnotic banjo playing, and then they just go and slide in a bunch of sweet nothings to you. Let's see if she's still singing.
God save us all.
Oh my goodness, man. How come these songs ain't only a minute long? Anything that's not rap music or R&B should only be allowed to be 45 seconds long, unless it's an outstanding song. Unless it's an outstanding song. Sometimes the crossovers be all right. Sometimes they be all right. You know what I'm saying? If you came with an I crossover, you know what I'm saying? You get you a good 2.5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But this, come on, man. We only need 45 seconds of this, man. We don't need no whole drawing this all out. And then when she get done singing, stop the music immediately. Stop it. We don't need no long drawn out banjo solo on the side over there. Please just end the song. You know what I'm saying? They slow rolling the crowd out. Yeah. Slow rolling the crowd out. She got on a trench dress. That's crazy. Looking like where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? You know what I'm saying? But the Gucci version, though. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, yeah, there we go.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Veronica Escobar.
Buenas noches. Like countless Texans, I grew up going back and forth across the border from El Paso to Ciudad Juarez. My family would shop, have dinner, go to the doctor, pick up medicines. The border is my beloved home, the place where my children grew up. Forget what you hear on the news. I'm from there. When it comes to the border, hear me when I say, you know nothing, Donald Trump. He and his Republican imitators see the border and immigration as a political opportunity to exploit instead of an issue to address. Congress hasn't passed comprehensive immigration reform in nearly 4 decades. The 3 times they tried, Republicans blocked legislation that would have funded border security and created a more humane immigration system. They are not serious people. You know who is serious? Kamala Harris. I met the vice president when she visited El Paso. I saw firsthand how she engaged with law enforcement, migrants, and human rights advocates. She was curious. She asked questions. She listened. And she didn't care if the cameras were on. Most of all, she recognized that the situation at the border is complicated, as filled with opportunities as it is with challenges. All Republicans have to offer is demonization and bluster. Democrats have solutions. With Kamala Harris as president, we can live up to the promise of America. We can strengthen legal pathways to immigration. We can secure our borders, and We can treat with dignity those who seek a better future within them.
I have a question for you. Who really wants a solution at our border?
Our administration worked on the most significant border security bill in decades. Some of the most conservative Republicans in Washington, D.C. supported the bill. Even the Border Patrol endorsed it.
And that bill included thousands of new border agents and personnel, new technology that can detect and stop fentanyl, more judges, and faster asylum processing. For the first time in decades, a chance at a real bipartisan solution.
But at the last minute, Trump directed his allies in the Senate to vote it down.
They're blaming it on me. I said, that's okay. Please blame it on me. Please.
He tanked the bipartisan deal because he thought it would help him win an election. Which goes to show Donald Trump does not care about border security. He only cares about himself.
The real difference is
I was the Attorney General of a border state. In that job, I walked underground tunnels between the United States and Mexico on that border with law enforcement officers. I went after transnational gangs, drug cartels, and human traffickers that came into our country illegally. I prosecuted them in case after case, and I won. So here is my pledge to you. As president, I will bring back the border security bill that Donald Trump killed, and I will sign it into law and show Donald Trump what real leadership looks like.
Please welcome Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy.
So, I just want to let you know, that everything that you just saw in that video, that's exactly what happened. I know because I was the Democratic senator who negotiated that bill to secure the border with President Biden and Vice President Harris. I want to tell you this as well. Donald Trump's allies weren't just in the room. They helped us write the whole bill. It was a bipartisan bill. It was a tough bill. $20 billion in new border security, gave the president the emergency power to shut down the border, made compassionate but serious reforms to our asylum system. One Republican said it would have had almost unanimous support if it weren't for Donald Trump. Trump killed that bill, and he did it because he knew that if we fixed the border, he'd lose his ability to divide us, his ability to fan the flames of fear about people who come from different places, right? You guys know this, right? Hate and division, that's Trump's oxygen, right? People like Trump and J.D. Vance, they need it to survive in politics. People are saying that they're weird, that they're creepy, and they are weird, they are creepy. But even worse, they're weak. Kamala Harris is not weak. For 20 years, Kamala Harris has been tough as nails when it comes to securing our border. When she was a California prosecutor, she went after drug smugglers, human traffickers. She put 100 gang members away in a single sweep. Trump says that a safe nation can't be an immigrant nation. That's flat wrong, and Kamala Harris knows it. She knows this too. Engraved on the Statue of Liberty is a poem. The last line reads, "I lift my lamp beside the golden door." For generations, that lamp has called people to start a brave new life in America. My ancestors, your ancestors, and the parents of the next president of the United States of America. Kamala Harris knows that we can be a nation of proud immigrants and a nation of strong immigration laws. That's why when she's president, she will bring that border bill back, and Kamala Harris is going to pass it. How do I know this? Because in this race, there is only one candidate who has ever been willing to do the worthy, redeeming work of making our country better, of recognizing that we do not have to choose between celebrating our heritage and enforcing our laws, right? The beautiful thing about America is that we can be both. We can be a nation of immigrants who love their country and a nation with a secure border. And there is only one candidate. There is only one candidate who can deliver that vision of America, and it's Kamala Harris. Thank you very much, Democrats.
Please welcome Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar.
In our family, my wife Brooke and I are raising 3 boys, and we have a family motto. And it says, doing the right thing will never be the wrong thing. During 2020, during just the lowest of lows, when we had armed officers outside our house protecting us from other Republicans, Donald Trump had targeted us. My son came downstairs, and he handed me this coaster that I'd given him years before at a father-son retreat for our church. And he said, "Hey, Dad, doing the right thing will never be the wrong thing. Stay strong." To my fellow Republicans at home that want to pivot back towards policy, empathy, and tone, you know the right thing to do. Now let's have the courage to do it in November. Thank you, and God bless you.
We will never give up. We will never concede. It doesn't happen. You don't concede when there's theft involved. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down to the Capitol, because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
350, it does look like we're going to have an ad hoc march stepping off here. There's a crowd surge heading east.
Mike Pence, I hope you're going to stand up for the good of our Constitution and for the good of our country. And if you're not, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. I will tell you right now.
We're going to get give riot warnings to student outriders here. We're going to give riot warnings. We're going to try to get compliance, but this is now effectively a riot.
49 hours declaring it a riot.
5 to 50 be advised, trying to breach and get to the Capitol. We have a breach of the Capitol. Breach of the Capitol to the upper level. My kids didn't have the courage to do what should have been done to protect our country and our Constitution. Bring out press. Bring out press. Bring out press.
We can't hold this. We're going to get too many people. Look at this vantage point, man.
We're trying to hold the upper deck. We're trying to hold the upper deck now. We need an area for the House members. You're all walking over now to the tunnel. We need to move down. If we lose any more time, we may lose the ability to leave. So if we're going to leave, we need to do it now. We lost the line. We lost the line. All PD, pull back. All PD, pull back to the upper deck.
H208 with 4 members. The doors barricade. There's people flooded the hallways outside. We have no way out.
Officers still remaining on the House floor, so we can secure the members on the other side. Copy. Get them up! Get them up!
And if I win, I will be looking very, very strongly about pardons. And I mean full pardons with an apology to the many, an apology. They were peaceful people. These were great people. The crowd was unbelievable. And I mentioned the word love, the love in the air. I've never seen anything like it.
Please welcome Mississippi Representative Benny Thompson.
On January 6th, like most of my colleagues, I had one goal: to uphold the votes of the American people, the cornerstone of our American democracy. But as what you've just witnessed, let me remind you that the members of that violent mob had another goal. They wanted to stop the peaceful transfer of power for the first time in American democracy. Thank God they failed. Because in this country, we settle our differences at the ballot box, not through violence. It took a long time to get here, and we are not going back. Because I remember that dark history. It's my own history. In this life, my father never cast a vote because of Jim Crow. So I dedicated my career to protecting the votes against violence and discrimination. You can imagine what I felt on January 6th when I saw with my own eyes those insurrectionists trying to take that away. They did it to rob millions of Americans of their votes. They did it because Donald Trump couldn't handle losing. He lied about the election fraud. He called his conspiracy-led mob to Washington. He would rather subvert democracy than submit to it. Now, he's plotting again. His campaign proclaims that elections won't end until the moment of inauguration. We will win or it was rigged. We win or else. This is Donald Trump's America. Elections are about choice. Choose democracy, not political violence. Choose the America we've always taught our children to love. Choose Kamala Harris.
Please welcome former United States Capitol Police Sergeant Aquilino Ganell.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Before I begin, I need to acknowledge the sacrifices of the 5 officers who died as a result of January 6, May, on that day. My name is Aquilino Ganell. I immigrated to the U.S. from the Dominican Republic when I was 12. I became an American citizen. I was a sergeant in the U.S. Army and a Capitol Police officer. I had seen violence while serving in Iraq, but nothing prepared me for January 6. We officers risked everything to protect innocent people. We were beaten and blinded. I was assaulted with a pole attached to the American flag. President Trump summoned our attackers and sided with them. He betrayed us. When I joined the Army in Capitol Police, I took an oath to defend the Constitution. I did so with duty in my soul, and I still feel it. To Donald Trump, I ask, why don't you? On January 6th, I nearly died protecting the Capitol, and I will do it again for our democracy. The way to preserve it is to elect Kamala Harris, our first female commander-in-chief.
Please welcome New Jersey Representative Andy Kim.
When I was a kid, my parents brought me to the Capitol. They taught me that it's sacred ground, a symbol of our democracy. When I got to Congress, I was excited to bring my little boys to the same beautiful building. I asked them, do you like the Capitol? And my oldest son, Austin, said, I love the Capitol, and lowercase too. They are so sweet. But shortly after, we saw something unimaginable. A mob tearing down flags, assaulting police officers. That night, I walked into the rotunda. The floor was covered in broken glass and garbage, strewn with the chaos unleashed by Donald Trump. And I thought to myself, how did it get this bad? So I did the only thing I could think of. I grabbed the trash bag and started cleaning up. What I learned on January 6th is that all of us,
talentless,
are
scandalous,
caretakers for
plebiscite,
our great
family.
republic. We can heal this country, but only if we try. Many of you are doing your part through your voices and your votes. Always remember, this chaos that we see, it doesn't have to be this way. As a father, I refuse to believe that our kids are doomed to grow up in a broken America. There is a hunger right now in this country for a new generation of leadership to step up. Let's choose Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Let's do this for our kids and our grandkids. Thank you.
Please welcome Olivia Juliana.
Hello from a proud Texas Democrat. This November, I'll cast my first vote in a presidential election ever. The fact is, our right to vote is under attack. I've seen it. Long wait lines, people blocked from registering to vote, Texans denied our voice. Donald Trump's Republicans are making it harder for us to vote, but we won't let them get away with it. And Kamala Harris won't let them get away with it either. She's fought for our freedoms. She's fought for our voice, but we will only be heard if we vote. As the saying goes, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. So Gen Z, let's take our seat in our democracy and cast our ballots this November for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, American icon Stevie Wonder.
I love you.
Everybody, clap your hands like this. Everybody, clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap. Now somebody scream. Somebody scream! Wow. 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 I couldn't see the rest of y'all, but from back, Nebraska was getting down. Stevie's song is powerful, but so was his words. He said courage over complacency. He gave us a call in his remarks. But now I gotta tell you, the party is gonna keep going. We're just getting started, y'all. And this is a segment that I am very, very excited about because it might be Wednesday night and we might be in Chicago, but it's starting to feel like something I've wanted to say my whole life. Live from New York, it's Saturday night. Please welcome Kenan Thompson.
All right. Is a courageous leader, a compassionate leader, and a common sense leader who will deliver real results for everyday Americans. Kamala Harris is fighting for our freedom. Kamala Harris is fighting for our families. Kamala Harris is fighting for our future. Together, let's make Kamala Harris the 47th President of the United States of America. In our great country, when you work hard and play by the rules, you deserve to earn a living wage. You deserve to have an affordable place to call home. You deserve to educate your children in a great public school that is free from gun violence. And you deserve high quality, affordable health care, and you deserve the chance to one day retire with grace and with dignity. But for far too many people in our great country, they are struggling to live paycheck to paycheck. And as a result, the American dream is out of reach. Here's the thing, extreme MAGA Republicans don't care about everyday Americans. They only care about themselves. Our approach, led by Kamala Harris and Coach Walz, is very different. We care about you, the American people. And we will fight hard to make sure that the American dream is alive and well in every single community. Now, the road ahead will not be easy, which brings me to you know who. Donald Trump is like an old boyfriend who you broke up with, but he just won't go away. He has spent the last 4 years spinning the block, trying to get back into a relationship with the American people. Bro, we broke up with you for a reason. Trump was the mastermind of the GOP tax scam, where 83% of the benefits went to the wealthiest 1% in America. Trump failed our country during the COVID-19 pandemic. Trump is a chaos agent who is focused on himself, not the American people. Trump tried to destroy our democracy by lying about the election and inciting a violent mob to attack the Capitol. Trump put 3 extreme justices on the Supreme Court who destroyed Roe v. Wade. We broke up with you for a reason. Donald Trump can spin the block all he wants, but there's no reason for us to ever get back together. Been there, done that. We're not going back. Kamala Harris and House Democrats will always put people over politics. Kamala Harris and House Democrats will lower costs and grow the middle class. Kamala Harris and House Democrats will fix our broken immigration system and secure the border. Kamala Harris and House Democrats will strengthen the relationship between the police and the community. Kamala Harris and House Democrats will continue to combat the climate crisis with the fierce urgency of now. Kamala Harris and House Democrats will protect Social Security, protect Medicare, protect Medicaid, protect the Affordable Care Act, protect working families, protect small businesses, protect the middle class, protect free enterprise, protect our children, protect our seniors, protect our veterans, protect our unions, protect our dreamers, and always protect a woman's freedom to make her own reproductive health care decisions. The extreme MAGA Republicans want to divide us. But the Constitution promises equal protection under the law. We are one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Together, let's build a brighter future for our children and our grandchildren. In the Old Testament, book of Psalms, the scripture tells us that weeping may endure during the long night, but joy will come in the morning. Here's how we do it. Strategize on Sunday. Meet the moment on Monday. Take it to them on Tuesday. Work it out on Wednesday. Thank the Lord on Thursday. Fight the power on Friday. Set it off on Saturday. Get a few hours of sleep. Wake up the next day and do it all over again until joy comes in the morning. Now there's only 76 days left. There are only 76 days left. We must continue to speak up. We must continue to show up. We must continue to stand up, not as Democrats or Republicans, but as Americans. And when we do, nothing can stop Kamala Harris from becoming the 47th president of the United States of America. Nothing can stop House Democrats from taking back the majority. Nothing can stop the American people from continuing our march toward a more perfect union. Nothing can stop us. We're all the way up. God bless you. God bless Kamala Harris. May God bless the United States of America.
You want to go outside today?
Yeah.
You want to put your shoes on?
Yes.
Let's go outside. Ruby is 2 years old. I'm starting to think, will she be another worker like her dad? I hate to break it to you, but I'm not a billionaire. Donald Trump talked a big game about bringing jobs back to America, but it was all talk. Like Foxconn.
This is the eighth wonder of the world. Foxconn, by most estimates, has not even come close to meeting expectations.
This whole project was a scam. He is not looking out for the residents. He's looking out for himself.
You know what Trump delivered? $2 trillion in tax cuts focused on his billionaire buddies and big corporations.
You're rich as hell.
It makes me angry. Billionaires don't pay their share of the load. And he wants to do that again. Trump talked a massive game about infrastructure. What a joke.
We call it Infrastructure Week. Infrastructure is the easiest of all. We're going to get this infrastructure going.
Trump was too incompetent to get it done. Who's he looking out for? Not us, not my family. You know who got it done? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Biggest infrastructure package in history. Infrastructure is just a fancy word for jobs. Not just union workers, but for everyone. Small businesses are booming. Communities are starting to thrive again. I wish it was faster. The prices are easing. Kamala Harris helped deliver the largest job growth in American history. Wages are higher. Manufacturing is booming. We're building roads, bridges, airports again. That's a fact. And we have healthcare.
When our middle class is strong, America is strong.
Kamala's goal is to rebuild the middle class for families like mine.
Please welcome the 42nd President of the United States, Bill Clinton.
Thank you. Thank you. Whoa. Let me ask you something.
Hello, California. Hello, Maryland. Hello, Democrats.
Please welcome Alexander Hudlin, Jasper Emhoff, and Arden Emhoff.
She will make time for what matters.
Being able to start a family when I want to, being able to, support the missions that I want to go to the church that I want to.
Not everyone has the same opportunities, but the United States is, of anywhere I've ever been, just one place where you can accomplish more.
The big, fantastic thing about America is that it is the land of opportunity. I know it sounds trite, but it's the truth.
I grew up with a single mom, and she really imbued in me these qualities that you just really have to care about your neighbors and your family and your friends.
I feel like the American dream is having opportunities, having the opportunity to go to college if you want to, having the opportunity to get any job you can, no matter who you are or where you come from.
The American dream is about having the ability to make choices about your medical care and do whatever you want to do with your life without anybody telling you if it's good or not.
We are in an incredible moment in history. We've seen women stripped of their most fundamental right to autonomy over their bodies.
The freedom to make choices about your body, your life, your career should be entirely in your control.
But I have found that good people want to do good things.
That you find a way to move forward under ugly and scary circumstances.
The work that lies ahead is to make America
live up to its highest ideals. And, we're proud to go to work.
The work to build a better future really depends on all of us coming together.
We have to bring back that respect.
Spirit Javier, transform this decay from
Very amazing in this country.
It makes me want to fight for our future generations to ensure they have just as many, if not more, freedoms than me.
I believe in a future where my mom is still safe no matter where she is in the country.
A future that is filled with a healthy and vibrant planet, where families are not separated by fences or jail bars.
A future in which we all get what we need.
I want to see that for people who are younger than me.
Hopefully the kids I teach can chase their dreams and believe in what they want to be.
I want a future for him that he knows that he's covered and protected.
Everyone should think about what we can leave to the next generation. It's our responsibility. It's what we have to do.
My name's Tyler,
My name's Yvette.
and we believe in love.
I'm Alex.
I'm Kiara.
My name is Steven. My name is Charlie. I'm a proud 7th generation Texan.
I am from Waterford, Michigan, just north of Detroit.
I'm from East Tennessee.
And we believe in the American dream.
We believe in a better world for our child, and we believe in this country.
My name is Karen, and I believe in justice.
My name is Nancy.
My name is Thoreau.
My name is Jennings.
My name is Dana,
My name is Todd.
and we believe in freedom.
My name is Gina, and I believe in freedom.
My name is Pat, and I believe in the freedom to work together.
Please welcome Oprah Winfrey.
Thank you, Democrats. Thank you.
Seeing Governor Walz going to Congress and then becoming governor, I see the guy that was a first sergeant. I see a guy that's full of energy, always busy. And like he says, you get enough time to sleep when you're dead.
I first met Governor Walz and Congressman Walz when I was transitioning out of the Marine Corps, going back to school. He really wanted to know what the experience was of those that were actually using the GI Bill and how it could be improved. It seemed to be a continuation of focus on improving the lives of veterans.
Governor Walz in our unit always would say his catchphrase was, "We'll get it done." And we always did.
The way I've seen him carry himself over the years in Congress and the way he works for veterans, there's no excuse making, there's no scapegoating. It's just accomplish the mission.
Governor Walz has been that way and always will be that way.
Having Governor Walz on the House Veteran Affairs Committee was instrumental in getting the post 9/11 GI Bill not only introduced, but also passed.
When Governor Walz wants change, it'll happen. Back to the Guard. We'll get it done.
Please welcome EGOT-winning multi-platinum artist and activist John Legend and Queen of Percussion Sheila E.
Not everything be alright. Make everything go wrong. Give them will they not but still will kill. Hey, tough children. He's coming. He's coming. It's calling. Yeah.
That was in.
Out here in the wide open spaces, we are reminded of the values we share: a commitment to community, country, and standing up for what's right. Tim Walz grew up in a small town in Nebraska where he spent summers working the family farm. There were just 24 students in his graduating class. His dad served during the Korean War, and that meant a lot to Tim. So he enlisted right after his 17th birthday and served 24 years in the National Guard, rising to Command Sergeant Major. Tim went to college on the GI Bill and became a social studies teacher. That's where Tim and I met. We shared a classroom with a divider right down the middle. His classroom was a lot louder than mine, but I could hear how engaged his students were. Tim taught for over 15 years, and he coached football, helping lead the team to a state championship after 0 wins just a few years before. Tim taught them how to believe in themselves and that we're all in this together. When one of our students started the school's Gay Straight Alliance, Tim agreed to serve as faculty advisor because he knew how impactful it would be to have a football coach involved. He inspired his students, and he changed lives.
He is just so joyful in everything that he does, but I think also standing up for, what he believes to be right, stands up to bullies.
Then Tim's students inspired him to run for Congress in southern Minnesota. Tim spent a lot of time working with Republicans, fighting to help farmers and expanding veterans' benefits. Whether it was in Congress or as governor, his focus has always been helping working people like those he grew up with. That's why he fought for the largest tax cut in Minnesota state history.
Tim Walz was there for small businesses like ours.
With the urging of Governor Walz, we were able to pass the Alex Smith Insulin Affordability Act, and it has saved lives in Minnesota.
With Tim as governor, Minnesota is one of the best places to raise a family and one of the best states for business. Tim's a lifelong hunter and gun owner. But after the Sandy Hook school shooting, he knew that we had to do something. So he's fought for background checks and red flag laws. But of all the things he's done, Tim loves being a dad. We struggled to have kids, and fertility treatments made it possible. There's a reason our daughter is named Hope. Hope and Gus mean the world to us.
Governor Walz making good on a promise to his son and family yesterday by getting them a puppy.
Then we're going to go get some food, corn dog.
I'm vegetarian.
Turkey then.
And
turkey's meat.
Not a Minnesota turkey special.
He's as at home on a farm, a fishing boat, a football field, or a factory floor as he is on the floor of Congress. Tim's commitment to service all comes back to the values we grew up with. Love your country, help your neighbor, and fight for what's right. Because that's what America is all about.
2 middle-class kids. One, a daughter of Oakland, California. The other, a son of the Nebraska Plains, only in America. Is it possible for them together to make it all the way to the White House?
Please welcome the Democratic nominee for Vice President, Governor Tim Walz.
Walk up in the life. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. Hold up. Look, walking this bitch like yeah, I'm really him.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
From my genie now I'm
the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
I'm rich, biatch.
Walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him, on God. Walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. I'm the realest from my city, that's on my knee, that's on TV, that's on mamas. Niggas don't believe me, come and see me. I been dodging all that face. All these niggas working broke, but I been getting paid. All that know me from the street. Active for what feature, that's like every other week. Talk behind my back, I kick my feet up, have a seat. Cause at the end of the day, all these watching me as I walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him, on God. Walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him, on God. Walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. Hold up. Look, walking this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, hey, I'm really him. Hold up.